The Valley Current.
It's early in the morning in Laos on a Saturday morning, and it's Friday afternoon here in the United States. But in Laos, where you are, and you're in Luang Prabang, right?
Yeah, it's in Luang Prabang.
And you're in your office, or where are you?
Oh, in my office.
You're in your office, which is in downtown, and it provides a lot of great travel service and really a lot of personal service that you can do for people that are visiting Laos, and particularly Luang Prabang, because it's a very sacred town. And I don't know if the monks are out already this morning on Saturday morning there, are they?
Yeah. They restart now.
Yeah. So tell us more about how you decided to start your business. Start with, what's the name of your business in Laos, in Luang Prabang? LaosEcoTourism?
Yeah, LaosEcoTourism. Yeah, .com, yes.
You got a good domain name, and you built a beautiful website which talks about your various services. I'm going to put it up on the screen because people should look at this, because you have built a business that can help people who are visiting Laos to do things that are much more ecologically sound as they tour the country. And so you've created, and this is downtown Luang Prabang was just on the screen. What is this that we're looking at right now?
Friend of Charles in the northeast part of the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and this one the southern Laos, Champasak.
Right, and you do major eco hiking. So this is downtown, like this is a drone view of downtown, and this is some of the hikes that you do, right?
Yeah. So I operating the tour as a whole of Laos. So mix the adventure like hiking, trekking, cycling, kayaking, and combine with their wood heritage, to see local culture, history, and a part of Vietnam War.
Right. You actually do 13 days on the secret war trail in the northeast of Laos during the 1968-73 Vietnam conflict, which I almost was drafted into the service, the United States Marines or Navy or Army, after I graduated from high school, because there was essentially a draft. It was not a voluntary service. And luckily there was a lottery, and the number on my lottery ticket was high enough to avoid having to join or being forced to join the armed services over the Vietnam War. And there were a lot of protests. And you actually capture in this 13-day hike. I thought you also did a hike that was like 16 or 17 or 18 days too, right? Is there a longer one that you do as well?
Oh, yeah. So that's one we start from border of Thailand, from Chiang Rai, traveling by sailboat down the Mekong River to Luang Prabang, and come by Luang Prabang and go to the northeast of Luang Prabang, and then traveling down past of Ho Chi Minh Trail until to southern Laos, and then come by with Cambodia.
Yeah. So tell us how you got into the business, because you're an entrepreneur. We like to talk to entrepreneurs. I met you in Laos when I was visiting there, because I was visiting with Professor Bob Acker, who I think you got to meet in Luang Prabang. And he gave me a tour himself. And then as a result, I visited your offices and talked to you about the different tours that you do. And you do a lot of them. and you've been doing them for a while. So explain how you got into the business. How did that start?
So the first that I have been working with the another tour company.
Mm-hmm.
So almost 20 years.
Yeah, you look like you're still in your 20s or 30s, but you're actually 40 years old now, right?
Yeah. So my business starting in 2022. So up to now it's almost 2 years.
So the COVID pandemic enabled you to see that you would be better off being an entrepreneur on your own.
Yeah.
Because going back to work for someone else was not something you wanted to do.
So after 2022, so my government in Laos was open the border, and then they let the tourists come. That's why I'm starting my business. Luang Prabang is beautiful. The site, beautiful. The town is a UNESCO supported.
UNESCO heritage site, right?
Yeah. That's why so many tourists come, and then they would like to do some adventure like trekking or kayaking, cycling around Luang Prabang. So we can trekking to waterfall and then boat cruise up to Park U Cave and city tour in Luang Prabang. We visit like a Royal Palace Museum, Pusi Mountain, and Siang Tong Temple. So all the beautiful place to see. Luang Prabang.
And you can do these hikes at a very reasonable price as well, right?
Yeah.
Take the 13-day hike of the secret of Vietnam War Trail. What does that 13-day hike typically cost?
So in all included, two people up about $2,300. That's a cover for private English speaking guy, hotel, food during the trip, and activity.
For two people, for a couple together.
Yeah.
For 13 days. It prices out at less than $200 a day.
Yeah. And then we're exploring Nong Kiel to see the real view of the Nong Kiel and see the cave of historical Secret War in Laos. And then we're traveling to Sam Nưa to see the Vieng Sai. That's the areas the Lao leaders, Pathet Lao. There used to be a secret area for working and then fighting to CIA in Vieng Sai.
There are temples and Buddhas all over the place as you do this tour, right?
Yeah.
What is this line? What is this?
Oh, that's one in Pak Se, in Pak Song, Boriven Patu.
You actually take them on that zip line?
Yeah. So I offer to them as well, this one.
So it's 13 days, which means what? You're hiking for like 20 kilometers per day, or how much hiking do you do?
Well, we get less hiking that the day two we hiking up the mountain, Phu Pati. That's the CIA target. Yeah, on the mountain. It's about 150 miles from that mountain to Hanoi.
Yeah. So do you have a map on the site of what the trail actually looks like? Because this is a trail that lots of hikers go on, right? Here it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because basically you're showing the main city in Laos is Vientiane, which is the one that's in red. And Lubang is actually to the north. And there's a starting point where you go from that town that you're in, and the green dots show the various places you go. And it looks like you're actually walking quite a distance, right? It's actually quite a distance if it's the entirety of this, because it's not driving in a car, it's actually walking, isn't it?
Yeah. So the trekking only Pupati Mountain. The 7, we trekking through the cave to see the secret village. When we trek through the cave, we spend 35 minutes and we see the own Buddha, the own temple.
What is the rainy season and when does it start? Because you can't do this hike during the rainy season, right?
We can do, but a little bit harder.
Right. The best time to visit is October and November?
It's good time to come to Laos in November, December, January, February. That's very good to come to see Laos. Rush green and dry and no rain. It's good temperature and nice view.
You're showing that basically you're covering for that price for a couple. You're covering 37 meals, which is 13 breakfast, 13 lunch, and 12 dinner, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Your point is you're covering a lot because you're covering the accommodation as well. But there must be tents, right? There must be some tents, right?
Yeah, so right now I will add tax in as well because Lao tax right now is at 10%.
Yeah.
The tax.
So after breakfast, you start off and you travel three hours by car, right?
Oh, yeah. Some days 8 hours.
Yeah. And you see the various views. I mean, you put a lot of photographs on about what you see. There's a lot of things to see when you do this hike, right?
Yeah. This one's a Nong Kiel. That's one a hot spring.
That spring's actually a hot water spring, right?
Yeah, it's on a Pupati Mountain. That
Yeah, so you actually have pictures showing the 13 days. And you would recommend that people do this in October or November?
Yeah. No, start from November, December, January, February, March. Yeah. April, May can still do it, but it is hot.
Right.
And not good for the weather because local people, they slats burning. Too much smoke.
Right.
From the fire. Yeah.
And June and July and August and September is very rainy, right?
Yeah, it is raining, and the pass going up to some point is that difficult. Yeah. Because it's more. Yeah, it's muddy and a mountain. Yeah, it's unsafe. So.
Right. You provide a lot of value in that 13-day hike, which is quite an experience. Do you actually take people there when in the US we would call it Christmas, like December 20, December 21, December 22, December 23? Do you actually work during the Christmas holidays?
Yes.
For people?
Yeah, during the New Year, I also do it. Yeah, depend on people. They want to do it. I will organize for.
You'll do it, right? You'll do it, right?
Yes.
And typically, you keep the group pretty small, right? No more than 10 people.
Yeah, so it's about 10 people down that per group.
Right, and if a group wants to come with their family with 5 or 6 people, you'll do that as well, right?
Yes.
And that's just the longest hike. You do a lot of shorter eco hikes as well, right?
Yeah.
You
So
do
9
days as well with the safari, right?
Yeah. It's very interesting. This one we can start from Vientiane or Luang Prabang. If we start from Luang Prabang, we combine with a nice safari. That's just very, very interesting. Nam Ed Puloi to see the wildlife.
So this shows the map of the hike. It's a 9-day hike, which is different. How do you handle hikes when it does start raining?
Yeah, somewhere we can hiking. For example, like in Luang Prabang, we can hike. It's not dangerous.
You're steaming an egg in the steamy water to make a hard-boiled egg, right?
Yeah, that's in Mueang Hiem. Yeah, Mueang Hiem before get to Sam Nưa. This one is the Patok Historic Cave.
Right.
Luang Prabang governor, they used to be official work during the Vietnam War. Yeah, this is Nong Kieu, north of Luang Prabang. 3 hours from Luang Prabang, this one.
Yes. So you love doing this, right? You really have a passion for doing this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you love to do, take people on these tours.
Yeah. I will love the traveling.
From the experience I had with you in Laos, which was very good, because you really understand both the culture, the people, and you understand how to make happiness happen by getting people together for a hike and a trek and to visit all these sites that are not easily found without a guide like you that knows the country inside out. So thank you for spending time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm very appreciate it.
You're welcome. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Tune in next time on The Valley Current.